The two best-known things that have come out of the town are me and the pill. And most people there probably wish the pill came first or something.
Abbie Hoffman, a revolutionary hero with wit, pizzazz, and sex appeal. A guy who lifted the Pentagon with one finger, put the city of Chicago back on the map, and had the good taste to wear a flag shirt on national television. It was this man I wanted to interview on the eve of his 50th birthday. Abbie had helped shape my youth, and I was curious to see where he stood in the 80s. I was especially interested in the personal Abbie, and even though people said he'd be tough, I was determined to get my story. Despite my fears, I invited him to join me for dinner. 2 years later, he would take his own life. Hi, I'm Nancy.
Oh, Nancy. Glad to meet you.
Yeah,
nice
to meet you. Thank you
good.
for coming.
Starved. Yeah.
Take off your coat.
Oh, thanks. Oh, that's it.
So, you're Abbie Hoffman.
Oh, one of them.
It's nice to meet you.
So you take notes, huh?
Well, you know, yeah, that's sort of how I do it. Does that make you nervous?
I've always kind of liked tape recorders, but
I like to be here right now, and I'll sort of.
good.
So I'm here. So
Sure.
anyway, you're turning 50. Congratulations.
Really? Halfway home, you mean?
Well, kind of.
The glass is either half full or half empty.
Well, you look pretty good.
Hmm.
How do you feel?
You're like interviewing men who are going through their menopause. Is that it?
Yeah.
Oh. I'll have to pay attention.
I mean, how do you feel at 50, knowing that you know, there are people under 30 who may not know who you are for sure, and people over 30 who still confuse you with Jerry Rubin? Is that a problem at all?
No, I'm not. Fame is all relative, and you know, it's not. If I give a speech on a college campus, I say 25% of the people expect a woman to walk in.
Really?
Yeah.
They think Abbie Hoffman's a woman?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Is there any part of you that's
25%.
feminine?
Probably. Yeah, 25%.
What's the most feminine part of you?
Vulnerability, I think, from the fugitive years, being a stocked animal.
What, you think of women as stocked animals? When you were underground, you associate that with
You walk
women's-
around this neighborhood 2 a.m. alone, you get that feeling, yeah.
That sense of possible violation, almost.
Yeah, yeah.
And that stayed with you since, how long has it been since you've been above ground?
About 25 minutes.
Well, welcome.
Now, let's see, when did I come back? 6 years ago.
6 years ago. Was it
Underground.
frightening? It must have been really frightening.
I don't think it was fearful in the same way that you might think so. I mean, the fear was that I would look bad, go down or something.
What do you mean?
Oh, I don't know.
Look bad dying?
Oh, no, I don't think you look bad dying at all, actually. No, look bad getting caught. It's a big difference.
Care for some soup first? Some mushroom bowling, matzo ball, chicken noodle.
What do you have?
I'll have the chicken soup with kreplach, the flu. I'll have the corned beef first cut on cornbread for the belly. And I'll have coleslaw and a little chopped liver.
Matzo ball soup?
Well,
Chicken noodle?
I'll have the soup he's having. I'll have the soup he's having. And then,
Do you care for your soup first?
yeah, let's have that
Take your
first.
orders.
Well, I thought, like, if people ask you what to eat here, do you suggest anything?
Cheese slices, corned beef.
I'll have the soup first, and then I'll think about the
Works. This is weird. This is very interesting.
What is?
This whole ordering thing.
Pardon me?
This ordering thing.
I'm not very good at making decisions. What
Well,
are you lecturing
people-
about?
Well, I don't lecture. I talk.
Okay.
I talk. Well, I try and inspire and try to rev them up, get them, you know, off their seat. I try to inspire the idea that they can fight the powers that be and win. Those two things.
I thought only
University
5% of
administrations.
college students were politically involved. I mean, how
Well,
are you speaking to uninvolved people?
That's probably last year's news. I was in Jimmy Swaggart Bible College down in Baton Rouge. I was invited there to speak, although I've been invited to weird places. I was at Louisiana State University, which is an experience for me to always go to the South and speak, because there were 11 states that in the early 70s I was just banned from even entering. And earlier than that, when I was a civil rights worker, of course, you know, you were entering at risk of peril, you know, it was dangerous. So to go and speak in places like Louisiana State University, Ole Miss is special. So, you know, I gave the talk and all the students were there, and then a couple of the kids said, you want to see the Jimmy Swaggart Bible College? He runs the town. So I expected some small little school. I mean big, big fundamentalist right thing, big, hundreds of millions. And so we're getting a little rambunctious, and all security cops jumped us. And now the kid that was driving, who was pretending to be very radical, you know, we got out, it was, yes, sir, officer, show me your license. And he starts taking it out, and I said, what are you showing me your license? This isn't even a real cop. And I said, you know who I am? I'm a big-mouth Jew, writer, just spoke over there at LSU, and I come down here to get my athlete's foot cured by Brother Jimmy. I seen him cure cancer on TV. You understand that? And that's the story you're going to see, unless you lay off. Now, they laid off, but really, as I thought about it, and still think about it to this day, I should have pushed them into busting me. You know, it's Brer Rabbit in the briar patch right then. And that's
what would that have
because the religious right should be challenged, and it should be challenged using satire is a very good way to challenge. But you know, I just at that particular point I was supposed to get busted or whacked on the head. There's supposed to be a confrontation with me and Jimmy Swaggart and the whole you know, Bible belt thing.
Why are you putting yourself in that martyr role?
Hey, it's not a martyr. It's not a martyr role. I mean, I'm still
getting hit and busted and.
Hey, I'm 50 years old. Not because of doctors. I'm here because of lawyers. You know, and my own wits. So this is not exactly my. You know, I'm not. You know, I'm not dead out there. I'm here to tell a story. So I'm just telling you that, well, it's a job I have, you know, this road war, Jewish road war thing, that this image that I have of myself, of my role in the society, and at that particular point in time, that's what I was supposed to have done. I'm coming at it from a different, I want to change the society. I've been able to fashion out a kind of, I hate to say the dirty four-letter word work, but activity, which gives me inner pleasure, which lets me exist in the world without very much guilt.
What work is that?
What kind of work is that?
Yeah,
changing society, fighting injustice,
through
changing
organizing
the world,
and speaking
through,
and all that stuff.
You know, through most of the things I do in my life.
So that gives you the pleasure that a lot of people get from family and career.
Well, I mean, you're setting up a dichotomy, but if you're asking, is there a lot of money and a lot of security to be found in seeking a career as a left-wing troublemaker in the United States? The answer is no.
I'm aware that there isn't.
So,